Welcome to CarsMation.
Earlier in 2023, the Ford Mustang's newest version was nearly drenched in race car fragrance when it made its premiere. But almost as fast as the strong aroma of race fuels from the GT3 race car and Mustang GT4 competition model, which will compete in the 2024 24-hour of Le Mans, entered our senses, a brand new road-going Mustang GTD made its way into our hearts. The GTD is a race car that has been converted into a road-legal vehicle by removing the limitations placed on it by sanctioning organizations regarding weight, horsepower, and aerodynamic equipment. At $325,000, it is the most costly Mustang ever. Its racing roots and highly limited production make it the Ford GT of Mustangs. How much longer we have to wait is the only depressing aspect of this tale to listen to its thunder. The 5.2-liter V8 supercharged GTD isn't expected to go on sale until late 2024 or early 2025. The Ford Mustang GTD is the greatest Mustang ever made. According to Ford, the GTD boasts even more power and a price tag that can compete with some home property prices. It is powered by a dry-sump version of the 760 horsepower Mustang Shelby GT 500 engine. Interior. The GTD's cabin will feature certain streetcar elements even though it will have an identical outside to the race vehicle. Carbon fiber, leather, and suede comprise the majority of the Ford Mustang GTD's interior composition. It has Recaro bucket seats up front, but weight savings and a little amount of extra cargo room come at the expense of the rear cushions. The rotary dial gear selector, serial placard, and paddle shifters are all 3D printed from titanium. According to Ford, the material used to make these parts was taken from a defunct Lockheed Martin F-22 fighter jet. There are numerous interior color and equipment options, so consumers may probably create some intriguing custom liveries with a lot of variation. Engine, transmission, and performance. The IMSA's GTD, Grand Touring Daytona, racing class, in which fully functional GT3 race cars compete, is whence the Mustang GTD receives its moniker. That's the essence of Ford's most potent Mustang to date. The GT3 race vehicle utilizes a 5.4-liter V8 engine that produces about 500 horsepower, but the road-going car actually has significantly more power thanks to its supercharged 5.2-liter V8 engine, which should produce over 800 horsepower. The GTD's redline, according to Ford, is above 7,500 RPM. Titanium pipes with an active valve serve as the exhaust trumpets, creating this symphony of combustion. With the GTD's road legal status, Ford has been able to go wild without the technical regulation constraints imposed by an official organization. There is an 8-speed dual-clutch transaxle located at the back that shifts its power via a driveshaft made of carbon fiber. Except for the door skins, Ford claims that every panel on the GTD is made of carbon fiber. Its body is designed to adhere its fury to objects. It has an aggressive front splitter, a vented hood that is embraced by vented fenders, and a whale tail wing that is hydraulically operated and located on the C-pillar. A carbon fiber underbody tray and hydraulically operated front flaps are added as part of an available aerodynamic equipment package to help balance airflow and front-to-rear downforce. Technology such as that is prohibited in official GT3 class racing, according to Ford. Forget about carrying luggage to track day events. The trunk is now a treasure trove of suspension and cooling parts. Air is directed from the back window area by two enormous air scoops down into heat exchangers to aid in cooling the transmission in what was once the trunk. Using race-style pushrod suspension and the newest in adaptive spool valve shocks, Multimatic's adaptive suspension crowns the transaxle and gives drivers the maximum amount of control. The hydraulically operated springs reduce the ride height by around 1.5 inches when in track mode. The front tires of the Mustang GTD are 325 mm in width, while the rear tires measure 345 mm. The 20-inch forged aluminum wheels that come standard are replaced with optional magnesium wheels, which save weight without sacrificing the GT3 race car's appearance. These wheels are 5-lug rather than center-locking like the race car, but the racing spirit is still very much there because they are covered in sticky Michelin Pilot Sport or tires for Cup 2. Fuel economy. The Ford Mustang GTD's powerful supercharged V8 rapidly makes it clear that lap times are more important to it than fuel economy. Although the EPA hasn't yet released its figures, we anticipate that the limited production road-legal race car will perform similarly, if not worse, than the 760 horsepower Shelby GT500, which was powered by a similar but weaker engine. According to EPA figures, that vehicle consumed 12 miles per gallon in the city and 18 miles per gallon on the interstate. Thanks for watching.